One of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. Rodgers throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Onto the field now come the Bears. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got Burton here. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
first down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Second and 1. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield. How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up. Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws. Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help. I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty. And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards into Chicago first down. He'll look to throw.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Set, ready, 90, walk, 42.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Bears push further out in front. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Hold.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Steady, set. 50, right, 50. Get the ball.
On 1st down, Bowser. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. He'll look to throw. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 70 in. Get your camera. Watch right. We got right. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught. It's Miller. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch out.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lambo will put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot, and the Bears take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. On second down now, Bowser. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They'll set up a throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is Gabriel on the catch. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll drop to throw. And he's got Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That's complete to Robinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, Bowser. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This short throw caught by Goddard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd down, Bowser. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
That's it, baby.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now this throw caught left side. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. They'll look to throw.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd and 6. And he'd completed 7 straight passes before that one as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. On 3rd down, Bowser, and he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Ready, ready. What you got, Heavy?
2nd and 2. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Completes it to Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
Holding, offense.
The guilty party that time, Charles Leno Jr. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run on the draw. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Smith.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
That's track.
And again, it's Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. The kick by Bryant is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you could argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This is Miller, complete, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
On the set. Still deep. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll set up a throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So we got man.
14. First down, Bears.
Ready. Go.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as the Bears push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Rodgers now to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got it. That's St. Brown, touchdown Packers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They're going to try and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offense again, led by Trey Burton. And the numbers show it. Low involvement early, but since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there, second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run on first down. Bowser. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there. First down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Bowser looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to them and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He's got Burton here. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. It's Miller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On third down, Bowser, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Rodgers. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This short throw caught by Goddard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.